good is Wally?
You
Just
know, I only saw it once. I saw it online. I liked it. I didn't think it was one of the best of its time,
dude,
or one of its best of its type.
dude, sorry, I was listening to the Wally soundtrack 'cause that's what I had playing then, and it was just it's got that nice sort of that bassy undertone with it. It's great. Plus,
Yeah.
it's just a great sci-fi soundtrack in general because Wally is just man, it's Pixar at its best is what it is. The fact that they can
I feel the same way about the Up soundtrack.
yeah, the Up
Like,
soundtrack's great.
yeah, I don't watch or I don't listen to a lot of soundtracks outside of like video game soundtracks, but so are we going to say like, "Hi, welcome to the show"?
Nah,
We're just
nah,
trying to start.
we're just gonna go straight into it. That's what we do.
Cause I just checked. I turned up the volume on it and be like, "Hey, is this happening? Did Kai just
No,
kinda pull
no,
me
no,
in and
no.
be like,
That's
we're
what
doing this
that's
now?"
what we do. There's no high. It's
You,
just
you,
well, if you want a high, there it
you
is. High.
sneaky, you
We
sneaky
just-
little Aussie man.
You just jump straight into it.
Ah,
How
just
you
rip
been,
that
man?
band-aid
How
right
you
off.
been?
I'm good. On Monday, I got talked into going to an amusement park
Oh, which one
as
was
a
it? Disney?
chaperone.
Was it
No, no, no.
SeaWorld and Disney and
It's
Pod
it's this
Golfing?
one in Minnesota called Valley Fair.
I was
And I
making a
got
Book of
talked
Mormon
into
joke.
going in. Yeah, well, I haven't seen the Book of Mormon.
Dude, it's worth it. It's so worth it.
I've heard that, but we ran out of nights when I was in New York, and
Just listen to
I
the
haven't
soundtrack.
gone to see it.
I haven't seen it.
Nah,
I've just listened to the
nah.
soundtrack.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to see the musical. But
Fair point. Fair point.
so I got talked into it, and I thought, okay, this is gonna be like an 8 to 3 thing. And so I packed me like some PB&J sandwiches, and I'm like, okay, I know this isn't a great meal, but it'll work. And I get there, and they're like, oh, no, we're staying till 8 p.m. You're not getting home till 10. And I'm like, oh,
Shit.
no, that's not. Oh, this is bad. And I got that German-Irish blood in me, which means I burst into flame in direct sunlight. And so I sat under an umbrella for like about 10 hours just reading a book, and I went on 2 rides. And I'm like, it's good to give back, it's good to do community service, it's good to do that. And I'm just, the whole time I'm like, couldn't I be like anywhere else? Because I'm not a ride guy either. The funny thing is, I'm afraid of heights, but love cliff jumping, which is so much more dangerous. So it's like, yeah. Do you like roller coasters? No, they take me too high. What about cliff jumping? Love it, just love it.
Well, today we're going to be talking about some really important stuff. Some really, really important stuff. Firstly, we want to tackle our big one, which is, can you please, I'm trying to talk, Michael.
I'm sorry, I'm just trouble.
So we're going to be tackling the best fight scene in a movie. Was it best fight scene or best action scene?
I was thinking best fight scene, but they're the same thing for me.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to answer it in 2 parts because
I have
best fight scene is going to go to a martial arts movie. It has to.
Okay, fair.
But I was going to do one that was non-martial arts movie also.
Well, I don't watch too many martial arts movies, so my answer's different. And we will also be
Okay.
covering all the latest trailers that dropped as well, because there were actually quite a bit. I'm pleasantly surprised. All All them trailers are dropping for when you go watch your summer movies, so you can watch them and get hyped for the Christmas movies, like Boxing Day.
Yeah, Boxing Day.
Yeah. So,
You know that's a Canadian holiday, right?
well, Boxing Day over here just means everything's cheap and you buy a whole bunch of shit.
See, Boxing Day comes from you would box everything up and re-gift all the things from Christmas you didn't want to your other friends. Or that's what I've heard. And
You
it's
know
a
what?
big
Let's Google
it's
it.
a big to-do in my family because it's my brother's birthday.
Day.
And so he's like, "Oh, everyone cares about the eve of Boxing Day."
Yeah, Boxing Day is actually huge over here because there's a cricket test the next day, the Boxing Day test.
Yeah.
So it's not
Really?
like you call it Boxing Day. You call Christmas Day Boxing Day Eve because it's great.
I'll have to tell my brother that he would love that.
Like literally, you know, it's Christmas and happy Boxing Day Eve, and everyone's like, yeah, cricket tomorrow. It's just another excuse to get shit faced. Previously Boxing Day.
I can't hear cricket without thinking of the Ninja Turtles movie.
Which one?
Do you know the reference? One of the old 90s ones.
Oh, I haven't seen the
When
90s ones.
Casey Jones, because he has hockey sticks, baseball bats, all this stuff. And he's fighting Raphael. And he says, "Now for a favorite game, cricket." And Raphael says, "Cricket? You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket." And Casey Jones says, "I'll show you cricket," and he just nails him with a cricket bat.
Alright. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get started.
Yes.
Alright.
Let's actually hit that topic.
You said you got 2 parts. I sort of do as well because I kind of cheated with mine. So I'm going to let you do your one first, your martial arts, and then I'll do my cheating one.
Let's see. Fight.
Okay,
Okay, so
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
oh crap! Nope. I was right. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So my martial arts favorite fight scene. I watch a lot of martial arts movies, so there's a lot of really good ones, and it's hard to really judge the kind of the value of each one or all of them. And so I'm doing just from a really cool standpoint from The Protector, the restaurant fight scene, because the fight scene takes place in this restaurant that goes up, like at an angle, and it's like you're in the center of a mall, like if the center of the mall's empty and the whole thing just spins around and then goes slightly up until you're at like level 4 of height. And the entire fight scene was done in one take. And so he's literally just running up this walkway with restaurants, fighting probably tens of people, throwing them down like the stairs, all of this stuff, all the way up the fight scene. And it's this really cool thing. I'm actually looking at it right now.
Yeah, so am I. I've put it up on YouTube and I've muted the audio. And
yeah, I was going to open it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Tony Ya is a monster.
Dude, the fact that the choreography in this, holy Jesus, it's all one take.
Yeah.
What the hell? I wonder how many takes they took to get this like perfect. Because perfect. Because this is perfection. Like, oh
yeah. Now, my friend and I had a dream at one time, and that was because before Tony Yaz made it as big as he has, he trained elephants and did martial arts movies. That's what he did. And so, and he does Muay Thai. And my friend and I were going to move to Malaysia and train elephants and learn Muay Thai from him.
Holy dude, how long does this scene go for? This goes for a solid 3 minutes. 4 minutes. Yeah. Holy hell, 4 minutes of uncut. Dude, this.
Now, from what I've heard, like, he had to shoot all of these in, like, Malaysia and India because, like, just the amount of brutality used, like, it was so much less safe to be one of his stunt people than, like, other people's stunt people because, like, he would just hit you and stuff like that. And so, like, I'm hoping he changed by now, but, like, dude, that's freaking crazy. And there's so many really beautiful fight scenes, and it was hard for me not to pick one from The Raid, because The Raid
is just amazing.
Like, I feel very guilty because I think The Raid is my favorite martial arts film, to not pick one from it, but, like, the scene you're looking at is what's always stood out as, like, the quintessential fight scene.
Dude, this is nuts. This is not. Anyone listening, I definitely recommend Googling it on YouTube and just watching this, because holy shit.
Like, and then one of the last scenes, there's a fight between him and Nathan Jones, who is a former pro wrestler, and he is like 6'8", and Tony Ya's like 5'4", and like he is throwing knees to his head. It is insane. But, like, you know, that's what martial arts movies do. They do those awesome things, and I've always loved martial arts and kind of the physics behind martial arts, the physics behind choreography, you know, stuff like that. And so I've always loved that stuff. But my non-martial arts movie fight scene is the fight scene that got me into choreography, the fight scene that made me love this movie when everybody else hates it. I am talking about a fight scene that picked my favorite actor for me, your boy Ray Park, in The Phantom Menace, fighting against your boy Liam Neeson and
Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
There you go.
And didn't I say that?
No, you said Neeson.
Neeson
Yeah.
versus Neeson.
Hmm.
And Ewan McGregor.
It's McGregor. I'm just fucking with you, man.
In that whole battle.
Yep, that Darth Maul battle was
still
sick
argue
as fuck.
that the artistic value of that was the highest in any Star Wars movie.
And that fight scene.
3 was great. That fight scene was great, but oh my god, did Ray Park like just make that fight scene feel terrifying.
Not only was that fight scene absolutely incredible, but it gave birth to the best thing ever, and that is Duel of the Fates.
Yes. Duel of Fates. Not Duel of the Fates. It's Duel of Fates.
Is it Duel of Fates?
It's Duel of Fates.
Yes. No, it's Duel of the Fates.
No.
Yeah, there's a V in there. Duel of the Fates. Because they're not just fighting about any fate, they're fighting about the fates.
I learned how to play that on piano.
Oh, dude, that is... Oh. Dude, if you need to get hyped up for something, you play Duel of the Fates. And you listen to it, and then just... Oh, and then when the violins come in for the... Do-do-do-do-do, and And the fact that they
Yeah.
didn't they reuse that for the fight scene in Revenge of the Sith?
So what happened is it transformed into, I think it was like Battle of Heroes, or
I'm googling it.
Battle of Heroes. And so you can definitely hear Duel of Fates, and it is Battle of the Heroes is such a good song also, but it's not Duel of Fates. It's like, hey, once you've done listening to Duel of Fates, you can, switch it to Battle of the Heroes.
Yeah, no, okay. Had a piece of Duel of the Fates, but written in a tragic mode.
Mm-hmm. And so, it's like the way, I don't know, like it scared me how he moved, like how Ray Park moved and basically flipped everywhere, and it wasn't predictable, I never felt like the first time I watched it, I knew where that lightsaber was going or something like that. Well, that's because he's a wushu artist, and he's quite a crazy martial artist. And the poor guy can't get a speaking role because he's a martial artist from, I think, Britain. And martial artists are supposed to come from America or supposed to be Asian. And those are the only two things they're supposed to be. So, poor Ray Park will never get a major acting gig because he does not fall under one of those two stereotypes.
Actually, he is in talks to come back in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because of his thing in Solo. It wasn't Ray Park then in Solo, but he is in talks to come back. So I hope to dear God they bring him back in Kenobi.
Dude, I'm telling you, if that were to happen, I would bring Ray Park back and be like, don't worry, he's coming back. I will stand by and I will buy whatever shit Star Wars peddles at. Like, I will eat their shit sandwich with a smile if it brings Ray Park back as Darth Maul. Like, I'm not kidding around. I'm for real. Like, he doesn't even need to speak. Just give that man some work, man. He is, like, one of his other movies he's in, X vs. Sever, was voted like the worst movie ever, and I watched it and I loved it because he played the main henchman. And I'm just like, this is some good stuff. And I think it had Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas is great in general.
Yeah.
Have you seen Shrek? Have you seen him as Puss in Boots? Puss.
Have you seen Shrek? Have you seen Shrek? No. Yeah, of course.
Okay, no, let me rephrase that. Have you seen the Shrek sequels? Because they're something completely different.
No, I've seen a couple Shrek sequels. Yes, on the tomato meter, it's a 0%. However, 17% of audience liked it.
Oh, that's strong. That's strong.
More and more, I'm not really trusting Rotten Tomatoes anymore.
Yeah, neither.
Because it's like, oh, this movie is great. And then everyone hates it. And I'm like, I don't know how to tell you I don't really buy your shit anymore.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, dude, there's this great picture in the Rotten Tomatoes. The third picture is literally just Ray Park flying through the air and kicking Lucy Liu, or however you pronounce her last name, in the face. I love
Ray
it.
Park on Rotten Tomatoes. Ray Park.
My boy, Ray Park.
Apparently he was in X-Men. What the hell?
Yeah, he's Toad.
Oh, he's Toad? Ah, he
It's
was.
like the only movie he got a speaking role in.
He's vastly underused in that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, he's wearing a mask in like every movie he's in, and cause he was Snake Eyes also in the G.I. Joe movies.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
And he was great as that, but it's like, well, there goes another non-speaking role, but I loved it because it's Snake Eyes, and I'm like, well, I get to see my Ray Park. And I saw another martial artist I knew when I went to see that, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to see Ray Park. He's like, me too, and I'm like, thanks for also understanding my craziness. And I just sent you a message with the pic I was talking about.
Oh yeah, no, that's brilliant.
But I think he played Chuck Norris in something. In like The Legend of Bruce Lee, he played Chuck Norris or something.
Okay.
Why does it say he played Maul in Solo, a Star Wars film? Did he actually?
I don't think he did.
Okay, well.
What, Ray Park? Yeah, the
Nope.
There's nothing here.
Oh, yeah, no. He was there was no part where I've like watched or tried to find everything he's ever been in, and it is hard.
Yeah, because it looks like a lot of them were direct to DVD.
Yeah, it is very hard to find.
All right, cool. So I think I'm a move on to my
Yeah,
choices.
yeah.
I couldn't narrow them down. I'll start off with my cheat one, because my cheat one is sort of, when I think of best fight scene or best action scene, which is what we're sort of doubling this as. There's not a few that make me sort of stand back or sit back when I'm watching it and go, holy shit, this is awesome. Only 3 have done that for me, and the one that's cheaty is Mad Max Fury Road, because essentially the whole movie is the action scene. And just the way the practical and visual effects both mix in that movie is just the best thing ever. The way that it's like a live action Mario Kart. Like it sounds stupid, but it's just the way that all the cars getting knocked out, and it's like a massive race. It's just the explosions, and they're not tacky like Michael Bay does explosions. They're not explosions for the sake of explosions. They're there because it's artistic and it looks amazing because it's real and it's not fake. As well as the fact that there's a guy with a guitar that's a flamethrower.
You mean the Bard?
Yes. He is. That's
The
just,
Bard is a viable class! Finally!
man, it's just the fact that it's just the fact that that movie just made me sit back in wonder and just made me go, holy hell, I need to watch this again.
Controversial
And not a lot of films have made me do that.
I thought it was enjoyable, but that was it for me. That's my controversial opinion on
Really?
Mad Max. Like, I had friends who absolutely loved the movie. Like, the only movie they liked more was Pacific Rim, and they are huge anime guys. I'm talking Voltron level. I'm talking, like,
I'm not gonna lie, Pacific Rim is great, man. Just I watch it for the sake of watching giant robots punch giant monsters.
Oh, and for real, that soundtrack is all hype music.
Dude, it's so good.
I've literally thrown on that soundtrack to work on projects, and there's no other movie soundtrack I can say I've ever done that with. just been like, okay, it's time to get some work done.
Plus, most of it's filmed in Australia as well, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay, my other option, which is a legitimate option, it's an actual scene and not an entire movie, is a close quarters fight scene. Where it's one man in an elevator against 20, and I'm talking about the elevator scene in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, because not only is that just
there's
an
not
amazing
20
movie,
of them in there,
dude. There's like it's a big elevator, bro.
Like, you can't fit 10 comfortably. I would give you at most 12.
Indeed. I'm googling it.
Okay.
It's scene Winter Soldier. Open link. Okay. Let's just. I'll quickly. It's already muted. I'll skip an ad. I'm gonna count how many people. But just the fact that this scene is not cut to all hell like all Marvel movies are, and the fact that it's, it's, dude, I'm just about to stop and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from one angle.
With crossbones.
Yeah. This is okay. Alright, alright, let me go back like a frame. Does anyone want to get out?
One of my biggest gripes with Marvel movies is they take shortcuts with fight scenes. I'm noticing it more and more.
7, 8, 9. Okay, I take that back. There's about 10 people.
I'm noticing it more and more because it started happening in, like, Captain America: Winter Soldier, and it makes sense. There's a ton of movies coming out, and they don't have a lot of time. But you know what you're never going to see in a true martial arts film? Shaky cam.
Yeah,
shaky cam is shaky cam is a great way to make it hard to watch what's happening. Shaky cam is a great way to make it so you can't actually see what's happening. And it annoys me to no end because I like crisp, clean, beautiful, fight scenes where you can understand why someone moves away. That's why the hero is taking 3 steps back.
In Marvel,
because they see this. Yeah.
In Marvel movies, it's all you don't know who's winning. You don't know what's at stake.
No.
It's just someone's punching someone, and now, especially with Black Widow, they do it a lot whenever Black Widow fights. Yeah. And it's all shaky, cut, and it's cut to death as well. There's cut. It's very jarring to watch, and the only thing that makes it exciting is the soundtrack in the background, which is why I love Marvel soundtracks, is because that's what's giving you the suspense and the tension. Whereas it's nothing like the Bourne movies, where the Bourne movies, when they do their, up close shaky cam fight scenes, that's there to create the tension.
I hated that in 3 because I couldn't figure out what Bourne should do. I'm a martial artist. When someone does something in a martial arts film, I probably should be able to figure out what would be a good counter. Sure, they're going to do something utterly ridiculous and over the top, but I should be able to understand what would be a solid counter, because I actually fight I spar as a hobby, not a hobbity.
A hobbity bobbity boo.
A hobbity.
Hobbity. Sorry, I'm getting off track.
Okay.
No, I think that's the same for everyone. When you're watching a fight scene, everyone likes to, for a second be like, oh, what if I was... I'm going to use Jason Bourne since I just put it up. What if I was Jason Bourne? What would I do here? I'd grab that, and then I'd do that, and that'd be cool. But when you're watching a Marvel movie, and especially it really annoyed me in Civil War. That's when it annoyed me the most.
Yes.
When
yes.
What Black Widow was just dropped into the back of that van, and like kicks him out, and the grenade goes off, and then she just like wraps her legs around someone, and she does it with the Winter Soldier fight when he breaks out brainwashed, and it's just like her legs are up there because that's all she can do, and then she's just like this hitting, and now she's on the floor. Hang on, no, she's back up there again. What's going on here?
Yeah, and I just like the thing about fighting 6 people and about Captain America in particular and about that elevator fight scene is like if you are close enough to mortal as Captain America is versus 10 people, they're gonna get their good hits in. Like
which is actually why I like the fight scene, because there's a lot of times when you see Captain America as like this big, immortal being. He went up against aliens in the Avengers, and he was like completely like it. I mean, he got hit a lot, but like he never got fully taken out. When in this fight scene, because he knows it's happening, but they get the upper hand and they're pinning him to the wall, and he has like, nothing but his feet to use.
That should be happening. Like he should be taking a hook to the head because he's only got 2 arms to block, and if he's good, 2 legs. Captain America is not a martial artist. He does not have his legs to block. He has his legs to stand on and to throw better punches from, and to occasionally throw basic kicks. So, like, he should be blocking 2 people, taking a punch to the ribs, hitting the 3rd guy, knocking him down, taking a punch. So, like, the idea of a fight of, like, 5 or 10 humans in close quarters versus Captain America
Not only that,
should be something like block, get punched, punch, knock someone out. Now there's 9. Block, get punched, punch. Now there's 8. Block, get punched, punch. Now there's 7. That is how a fight with someone who's just stronger and better would go against a high number of people. Like, he's not going to stand there and, like, Bruce Lee or whatever it, and just avoid every block, avoid every strike against 6 people, because, like, that is not feasibly possible, and it's especially not possible in a enclosed area. Like, I've done 2-on-1 fighting. They say when you get into 2-on-1 fighting, it says, it's going to hurt, and you have to fight mean, and you have to do whatever it can to get out of there and not fight in 2-on-1 situations, because there's simply more legs and arms versus your legs and arms.
Yeah, man. Dude.
But I've gone tangent.
And I also have one more. I have one more.
Yeah?
And this is another one of those moments where I went, whoa, in the theater. And I think you can back me up on this one, because I think you sort of had the same kind of reaction. But I never saw The Winter Soldier in theater. So Winter Soldier for me, because I was in like year 7 at the time, or grade 7, and I mean, I just didn't have the time to go out and do that stuff. Whereas now I'm, I do have the time because I have no life. But
Yep.
But this scene, it really made me go, whoa, this scene is absolutely brilliant. And it's not cut to shit, and it's not shaky cam. It's just, you see where everything is happening, people are in danger, you see, people in danger, that there could be stakes at hand. And this was the fight scene in The Last Jedi with Kylo Ren and Rey when they team up against the Paladin Guards.
That was pretty good. I will give you that fight was the best part of the movie.
No, the best part of the movie is when General, what's her face? General, I'm only here to get a paycheck. Hyperdrives through Snoke's ship. That's the best part of the movie.
No.
Yeah, that's the best part.
No.
Actually, no, the best part of the movie is when Yoda comes out and he gives these old old man Lucas spanking because he's been bad.
No, he came out to give him a spanking because the director decided. The director did a terrible job, or
Dude,
whoever
don't
decided to
criticize Ryan Johnson.
Whoever decided to completely change Luke Skywalker, everything about him, and ruin his character did a terrible job.
Dude, I will fight you for that. I will, like...
No, you won't.
I can come back with some stuff, but let's not get into that, because we have. But...
Well, and they didn't even bring Darth Maul back.
So the fight scene...
I mean, come on. Like,
they haven't
if
soloed.
you're gonna make that terrible of a movie, at least work Darth Maul into it.
But,
so I look forward to it.
But that fight scene was so good. It was so well choreographed. The fact that, you know, Rey was going up against him and she could hold her own against a few while Kylo was struggling with one, and the whole... And at the
Angela
end...
makes a very good point about fight scenes we missed, and that's Kingsman.
Dude, I was getting to Kingsman. I was getting to Kingsman.
Well, you already picked 3.
I was gonna do honorable mentions, okay? Duh. But I need to talk about this fight scene more because it's amazing, and the fact that, like, when Kylo Ren's being held back by one of them, and Rey's just like Kylo, and she throws the saber, and then he just catches it, ignites it, and then turns it off again. And
I liked the fight scene. I really did. I liked how they used the other weapons and all this stuff. But man,
do not turn this into where I don't like the Last Jedi fight. Okay,
I would say that one fight scene can't save a movie.
Let's not go down that road.
But
we're
Phantom
talking about
Menace
fight
did
scenes. Dude, do you know what saved Phantom Menace? There's a few redeeming factors with Phantom Menace.
Memes.
No, not even that. The things that saved Phantom Menace was there's a few scenes that did. Number one, the fight scene that you're talking about, the epic Duel of the Fates. Just the great Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor's acting.
Yep.
And like it or not, the pod scene race is absolutely great.
Yep.
Those are the 3 redeeming factors of... Oh, plus the score, but that's sort of covered in the fight.
Yes, but that's kind of like, it's John Williams.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
That's the redeeming factor behind Phantom Menace. And that sort of stuff isn't present in Attack of the Clones, and that's why Attack of the Clones was the worst.
No, I have to agree. I mean, but memes also.
But memes as well, yeah.
Hey, we are going to be talking about Bumblebee. That is coming up.
That's coming up. We're talking about the trailer that dropped because there was
Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be the big bad evil of the whole series.
I don't know.
I think it was because Phantom Menace, the name Phantom Menace doesn't make sense without him. Because the whole idea is a hidden evil that you don't see yet. Well,
The
everyone
Senate.
understands. I am the Senate. It doesn't matter. The Senate wasn't evil. It was Palpatine, and everyone kind of saw that coming.
Yeah, I know, and that's what sort of makes the trilogy not that great.
So,
but I honestly think that someone just said it, like, someone brought out a theory for a bit of shits and gigs, people took it a bit too far, and then George Lucas did what George Lucas does because he doesn't have control of the series anymore, and he just said yes. When Mace Windu said
Jar Jar
that
Binks
Mace
does
is alive.
things that no Gungan should be able to do, and he's like Domino.
I get the theory.
Luck.
I get the theory. I really do, but I love the theory. I'm gonna Google it and see if it was true.
Yeah.
Google is my friend this episode.
Okay, so let's see. What was? So we're gonna talk about.
Also, sorry, my honorable mentions. Was obviously Kingsman. I don't really like, when compared to other fight scenes, Kingsman just sort of doesn't really do it for me.
Ooh, that Kingsman, I would say, is
Plus,
probably
it's a
bit
bit too shaky cam for me.
Kingsman, the church and the what is it? Wednesday Night's All Right for Fighting. Those two scenes are some of the best fight scenes in modern action. Like, two of the best martial arts, like, just choreographed fight scenes in modern movies right now. Like, I'd say possibly the best two in the last 5 years outside of martial arts films. Like, I can't even think of ones that are so well put together. Like, just everything flows beautifully, and they're brutal, and they're real, and the soundtrack behind both of them, Freebird and Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, were so good. And I loved the second one, and I know I actually enjoyed the second one more than the first, which I probably, shouldn't have, but I just love Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting by Elton John. So it was just amazing for me.
My other honorable mention was Jackie Chan, but if we talked about Jackie Chan, this entire episode would be about Jackie Chan, so that's why I just didn't go down that rabbit hole.
Jackie Chan, he did a movie called The Spy Next Door.
Oh, that with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Wait, is that the one I'm thinking of?
The Spy Next Door, it's an American one where he's dating this the next door neighbor, and the kids are like suspicious of him.
Yes.
And Billy Ray Cyrus is in it.
and he does a fight that involves like a pool net.
Yep. And he like puts it over the head and like brings him forward, kicks it. Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, he is such a good martial artist that he just does ridiculous stuff now. And I think there was this interview where Jet Li was talking about Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan's like in his 60s now, I think.
He actually released a new movie called Blazing Steel or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to see that. And Jet Li is like, in a fight? Oh no, Jackie Chan would kill me in a fight. And he's like, I'm Jackie Chan's a martial artist. He learned martial arts, and then he applied it to movies. I learned movie martial arts. He's like, my whole goal is not to hurt someone. Jackie Chan can take someone out.
Yeah,
you can say Bruce Lee, but you'd be wrong. Jackie Chan is the biggest martial arts star ever.
Also, Donnie Yen.
Well, Donnie Yen's the biggest modern. Like, if you want a star right now, it's Donnie Yen. But, like, Jackie Chan was the guy for, like, 20 years. And he's made as mainstream as, like, martial arts in movies and comedy is, that's his doing. Like, the entire genre is Jackie Chan.
Oh man. Well, I think we've covered our fight scene talk. Let's move on to this week's trailers, because holy hell, there was a shit ton.
Yeah.
Let's start. What do you want to start with? Because I want to
start with Bumblebee.
The ones that I want to address are Bumblebee, Into the Spider-Verse, Wreck-It Ralph 2, and the Lego Movie 2. There's the four I want to touch on. If you have more, then by all means.
I don't really go out searching trailers that much, so I saw Wreck-It Ralph.
Mine pop up in my feed, so I just watch them.
Yeah, well, I just don't watch them when they pop up, because I'm like, whatever. If I want to watch it, I'll watch it. So I watched Wreck-It Ralph and Bumblebee.
All right, cool. We'll talk about those two.
And so I saw Bumblebee, and my thing on Bumblebee, it's a tragedy. It is a tale of love gone wrong. You see, back during the heyday of Transformers 1, I loved the movie. I loved it when it came out. I bought it. It was one of my favorite movies. I loved everything about it, and then someone told me one little thing that ruined absolutely everything. And that one little thing was, dude, Transformers 1 isn't about the Transformers. It's literally a whole story about Sam Witwicky trying to get laid. And it ruined the whole movie for me. I had watched that movie so many times. I loved everything about it. I loved the tone. I loved the humor. I loved everything. And then they tell me that, and I watch the movie, and it's like seeing a ex. And I'm just like, man, we had something beautiful. And
I quite look. You see, for me, the Transformers. There's only two Transformers movie that are good, that are passable as good. The first Transformers movie is pretty decent.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
When you think about it, and when did it come out? Like 2006.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I'm fact checking correctly. Transformers. The first one. There's 5 of them. The first one came out 2007. Sorry, 2007.
Yep.
And
Year after
I watched that, and it was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty. I enjoyed it because 2007. I was a kid. I was watching it, and I was like, "Yeah, sweet,
Dude,
cool."
I was 19.
Giant
I
robots.
enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah. So I loved it for that, but then the second one came out, and that was a pile of shit. And then well, I'm stalling. Then the third one came out,
Yeah.
and that was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, like it was okay. It was passable for a movie. The fourth one was
Yeah. I just got to the point where I've seen all of them now.
and I haven't seen the
And
fifth one.
the second one, when it came out, I really liked the first one. The rest of them, I was like, so did they finally make a Transformer movie about the Transformers? And I'm like, did they? I don't know. And
You see,
so Bumblebee coming out. The question that ran through my head the entire time is this an alternate universe? Because it has to be, because they covered when the Transformers came to, and they're like, every story has a beginning. And I'm like, why are you doing one of those every story has a beginning trailers? We've already seen the beginning. I mean, is this them relaunching? Because they've kind of relaunched like twice.
Yeah.
With the first one and with the Mark Wahlberg, they kind of relaunched it there too. And I'm just like, so is this a relaunch then? One thing about the trailer I loved was the Rickroll.
The Rickroll, yeah.
Yes, that was the one part of the trailer that I'm like, yeah, I like that. You got me.
I watched this trailer because
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people who love to hate the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
And I'll only watch them if I pirate them or something like that. I mean, I physically bought the fifth one, so I did support them. But I watched this one and it felt weird because this is not directed by Michael Bay.
It isn't?
It isn't directed by Michael Bay.
How did someone else get it?
It's directed by Travis Knight. This is the same dude who directed Kubo and the Two Strings.
Okay.
Same dude, which is a great film, by the way. He also did The Box Trolls. He did Paranorman. And he also did Coraline. Those are the movies that he has done, which are decent, not gonna lie. But I feel as though I don't know, I watched this trailer and it might just be me falling for what the trailer wants me to do, but it feels different. It genuinely feels different. Like, it's not, what's his? I don't even. It's not Michael Bay coming explosion onto the screen. It seems to be like a genuine, heartwarming story about a girl whose car turns into the rut of the Transformers. Which I love how they did that as well. How, Starscream, is like this massive, big jet, and Bumblebee is tiny.
Yeah,
because he's always been.
Starscream is legitimately the second in command for
yeah.
He is legitimately the second most dangerous Decepticon, and like you should fear him because he's constantly trying to overthrow Megatron, and for some reason Megatron hasn't ended him yet.
Also, Starscream looks exactly like his Transformers, like the original from the.
Well, so does Bumblebee.
And which is another reason why I'm excited, because it looks, it actually looks decent, and that's their original.
Well, one of the biggest problems with the Transformers is there has been this very human, like, hey, Transformers, stand back while the U.S. Army comes and helps. And it's like, dude, these are Transformers.
Yeah,
like,
your guns aren't gonna do shit.
Like, these, like, I don't know if you know this, but you can't do anything.
Also, John Cena plays a military guy in this, and that's another reason why I want to go see it, because John Cena's in it.
I mean, come on. Like, I expect every time I see him in anything, that to come up.
Oh, man. I hope to dear God it does.
Like, even... You know what would be the best? The single best thing? I'm already shooting it. Because Bumblebee doesn't talk. The first time he comes out, John Cena comes out, he should just play the John Cena theme over the radio.
Oh, but this is set in the 80s, though, so...
So what? It can be like a bad sound quality version of it. Like, it would be amazing.
It
just,
would
like,
be, but
trolling him.
I don't think it would happen, but it would be funny if it did, I agree.
I mean, they already snuck in Never Gonna Give You Up. Like, come on. The tone is set to just have Bumblebee, like, troll him with that.
Yeah.
So is John Cena gonna be... I didn't see him in there. Because, you can't see him.
He was only in there for a quick second in the trailer. But
is he a bad guy or a good guy?
Okay, so here's the synopsis. I'm on Wikipedia. This is the synopsis. 20 years before the events...
Synopsis?
Yes, that one. 20 years before the events of the first film, in 1987, Bumblebee takes refuge in a small California beach town junkyard where a teenage girl named Charlie Watson, which is played by Haley Steinfeld, takes him in. However, the two of them soon find themselves hunted by a government agency known as Sector 7, led by Agent Burns, John Cena. As they run from society, the two learn that B isn't the only Transformer on Earth, and that the others might not be as friendly, the others being Starscream and Barricade.
Oh, I am sorry, but dude, Bumblebee gonna get wrecked.
Oh, he will, and I'm so excited for it.
He is not the one on the level with Starscream, and he is definitely not on level with Starscream and Barricade.
Yeah, two at once, hell no.
Like, together, no. Like, you need like the second in command of what's his name? The medic dude.
Jazz.
No, not Jazz. The what's his name? The guy who was the guy who quotes "Feeling lucky, pump. I just wanted to show my cannon" in the first movie.
Ironhide.
Yeah, Ironhide.
He's not the medic. He's the weapons expert.
Oh, wait, who was the medic?
Jazz. Jazz is the medic. He died in the first one. Yeah.
Let's see.
Transformers medic.
Ratchet. Ratchet was the medic.
Was it Ratchet?
Yes, because Ratchet survived. poor Jazz just goes out.
Ratchet survived. Ah, okay, yes, sorry, I've just read it. Yes, okay, I remember now. See, this is how much I care about the Transformers movies.
Yeah. He appears as a LAFD search and rescue Hummer H2.
Yeah, alright, cool. I remember now.
But, like, I'm telling you, like, either they need to bring in another Transformer or something, because there's no way Bumblebee plus the military beats Starscream and Barricade.
You see,
like,
the thing
Bumblebee versus Barricade, you could argue Bumblebee could win with a little help or by himself.
Oh, dude.
Starscream is too much.
There's a third guy.
Who?
There's no name, so okay, when you look at the cast, there's the human cast, and then there's the Transformers. Transformers is Bumblebee, Starscream, Barricade, and then in the middle it says the Decepticon who transforms into a red 1971 Polymouth GTX. So there's another Decepticon in there. So he's going up against either 2, 3, or 1 Decepticon. I'd assume what it is Barricade is scouting Earth, because Barricade's a scout. He scouts Earth, and Starscream's the one that confronts him, as well as the backup of the guy in the Plymouth GTX.
Oh, that is a beautiful car.
Oh, it is. I've just seen one photo, and
that looks evil. That looks like an evil.
It does.
I love it so much. Okay, so Bumblebee film, I've seen characters. You've got Autobots, Bumblebee. You got Decepticons, Barricade and Starscream, and then you've got humans. Charlie Watson, Haley Steinfeld, Agent Burns, Pamela Alden, which is Charlie's mom,
and Jason Druckers.
Okay, let's be, slight tangent for a moment. Females in things that have clearly male names throw me the F off. So Charlie Watson, is a very male name.
Yeah,
and
I understand
I'm like,
what you're saying.
Charlie Watson, I thought it was a female Haley Steinfeld. No, don't do that to me, movies.
I mean, I can understand if it was something like Alex, because Alex is a very unisex name.
It's very not. I mean, it's a little unisex. It's still very much a male name.
No,
you will find 7 males for every female Alex.
Fair enough. And Sam's the other one that...
Oh, Sam, yeah. Well, you've got Sammy.
Yeah.
And Samantha. Like, Sam, I can see that, happening. But, like, Charlie...
Yeah,
like,
I understand where
you're
coming from.
It just throws me off a little bit. It's not like I'm going to see the movie and see a female and be like, but that person's name is Charlie.
Yeah. You just, when you read it, it's like, I can watch it and it'll be fine, but as soon as I read it, I'm like, well, I thought it was a female lead.
Yeah.
And the main reason I have hope for this movie is because I love the director, and the director is an animator.
The main reason I have hope for this movie is because John Cena is the main villain. Or, sorry, John Cena is the human villain.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little disappointed that since the main lead is female, he's not going to, bring out some WWE. He's not going to attitude adjust the female.
Dude, if they can just do some reshoots where they get in the guy that played Sam Witwicky and John Cena, just so John Cena can beat the living Shia LaBeouf, just to beat the living shit out of Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my gosh, everyone would love it. That would sell the movie.
It's just a trailer. Come see Sam Witwicky get beat the shit out of.
Nobody likes him anymore. He's in trouble with the law now. He's doing his own movies that are terrible.
But he will not divide his streams.
Yes. And the best part is those have become a giant game of capture the flag with the internet.
On 4chan.
Like, everyone's like, okay, worldwide capture the flag, season 3 has begun. And we're talking like he just puts it somewhere out in the world. And these people find it in under a day. Like, 4chan is a scary place. Like, do not mess with the internet. The internet will win. 4chan is a giant human computer, and human computers are better than computers.
Oh, man. Alright, let's move on to... What was the other trailer that you saw? Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, yes.
What do you think of it? Based on the trailer. Because
I don't know.
I bloody love it. I absolutely love it.
The reason why I was excited for Wreck-It Ralph before was all of the video game references and stuff that had never been seen before, and that was really exciting. And then they're like, oh, and now we're doing Disney references, and I'm like, dude, I've seen Disney movies before. This is nothing new.
The reason that I like it is for that scene where Penelope glitches into the princess thing.
Really? Because that was the one scene I didn't like.
I like that. I thought it was great because of when you think of the heroes in Disney films that are shown towards males. So if you're a 4-year-old kid and you're watching a Disney movie, you always want to be the prince. Yeah. And, you know, the prince is the one that saves
When you're a guy,
everything.
that makes sense.
And a girl, but like, there's been no real strong female... The female's always been the one in danger.
Yeah, like, you know, Mulan, sure. There was no strong female character.
Yeah, but one out of like 20
both
movies.
The people from Frozen. I don't know. Brave. How about the last, like, 8 Disney movies that have came out have had strong female characters adds the lead? I'll ask you this: when's the last strong male, like, Disney lead has been?
Dude, have you seen every Marvel movie ever?
No, those aren't Disney characters. Those are Marvel characters. We're talking about kids' movies. We're talking about kids' Disney movies. When's the last time there was a strong male character in a Disney movie?
I can name heaps, man.
Last one.
The last one?
Yes.
We're going back... dude, Mowgli.
From?
The Jungle Book.
That's a remake. That's literally 30 years old. Moana. Oh, I wish there was a strong female character in Moana, huh? I guess there was. Frozen. Oh, look at that. Like, what? Come on. Brave. What? Come on. Name the last male, like, strong male Disney movie.
Beauty and the Beast.
Also, like, 50 years ago, and that was a female-led movie. Keep going.
It wasn't 50, it came out in the 90s, man. What are you doing?
It's 50 years. Well, the story's like a bajillion years old. But so are all of them.
Fair point. Dude, Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah, it is, though.
No, it isn't. It's not princes and princesses. It's not animated. It's not those Disney movies. You understand exactly what I'm saying. What is it? The New Orleans one.
What?
Princess and the Toad?
Ah, okay.
Also another strong female-led
Big Hero
movie.
6.
You could argue it?
Yeah.
You're not going to see them in the same world.
Yeah, Big Hero 6.
Yeah, okay. When did Big Hero 6 come out?
Big Hero 6 came out in 2014. 2015 was when people would have seen it.
Okay. So, let's see. Disney...
Yeah, I've literally done that same thing. Disney movies.
I'm looking for Disney movies.
Dude,
Kids movies.
Disney's have released a lot of shit movies, not gonna lie.
Well, you know, when you are Disney, you're going to release crap just like everyone else.
Dude, I'm looking at the stuff from the early 2000s. This is great. Okay, So the first few were pretty. The first few were fine. We have the Tigger movie, which was great. We have that shitty dinosaur movie that no one can remember.
Sorry, I now I've got the Fallout Boy Big Hero 6 theme stuck in my head.
Dude, remember that time in Disney? Like, sorry, I'm just scrolling down, and we have the Hannah Montana concert. Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus Best of Both Worlds concert. Jonas Brothers 3D concert experience.
It sold. It sold. I'm not saying it was good, but it sold.
Fair point.
Like, what I'm saying is, and the problem I had with that is, like, why I hated that scene is they're talking about, like, oh, and the prince needs to come save us. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. In the classic Disney movies before, like, the 90s, that was very much prevalent.
Yeah,
but that's very much a sign of the times. But, like, even Jasmine made huge strides and did big things to help save the world, and it's only gotten more and more like that. Name one female Disney princess since Jasmine that was a damsel in distress.
Control F. Sorry, I just want to find out when Aladdin was released.
1992. 1992.
Hercules.
She literally, well, I suppose she said, "I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. Move along."
Yeah, that was the joke. Tarzan.
When did Tarzan come out?
Tarzan came out in the late 90s.
Legend of Tarzan. Oh, 1999. Okay, you have 1 point there.
I have 1 point.
But she's not even considered a Disney princess, probably because her character's pretty weak.
Sky High.
Who's Sky High?
Dude, you never saw Sky High? You haven't lived, man.
I'm pretty sure I've lived.
It's a whoopsies, move my keyboard. It's a Disney movie from 2005, and what they do is
I want to see Disney animated movies.
It's a live-action superhero movie where Kurt Russell plays like a Superman.
Okay.
But he can't fly, and basically it's about their kids going to a superhero high school.
Okay, so
like Bruce Campbell is in it. You got Linda Carter as well. Like, there's so many superhero references in there just for the sake of having superheroes in there.
Okay, so let's see.
It's
We've
so
got
great.
Moana, Good Dinosaur. Never saw that.
Yeah,
Inside
neither did I.
Out, Strange Magic. That was a good movie, Strange Magic. If you haven't seen that had some good music in there. The main character is a punk rock fairy. Let's see, Planes, Monster University, Wreck-It Ralph. Let's see, Brave in 2012. I never saw this, but Arjun, the Warrior Prince, finally a strong prince character.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Tangled. I didn't bring up Tangled. Did that strike you as a? I never even saw it.
Really?
Tangled,
You never saw
strike
Tangled?
you as a female, a damsel in distress that needs a saving from a prince? Princess and the Frog.
Okay, let's just say you win. You win this argument, okay? You win. Let's move on now. Oh, man. Oh,
Bambi
man.
2. That just sounds like depression.
Oh, it wasn't that good.
Well, I just like Bambi was emotional.
Okay.
Man,
Fair
I'm
enough.
just looking for a strong male character in a Disney movie that's human. Like, they've got good characters like Lightning McQueen, but he's a car.
Inspector Gadget.
I'm talking about like recent.
That dude from National Treasure, Nicolas Cage's character in National Treasure.
Yeah, but that's not like for that's not an animated movie for kids. Like
Vin Diesel and the Pacifier.
that is also not an animated movie.
Emperor Cusco and the Emperor's New Groove.
Yes, that is old, but it is great.
Dude, that came
You
out
threw off
early
my
2000s.
groove.
That came out early 2000s, dude. That's not old.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Dude, it's older than you, isn't it?
No. The Emperor's
Yeah, it
New
is.
Groove.
You're not 18.
It's like 6 months older than me. So
Yeah, so it's older.
what else? Oh, dude, a strong male character, the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. There you go.
Those aren't animated movies.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Aladdin.
That is even older. That's 1992.
I'm going up the list.
Same here. We're talking. This is a character.
Robin Williams as Popeye.
This is a
Herbie,
character who was
Herbie.
8 years before you were born. You weren't even a thought in someone's head yet.
Herbie. Herbie, dude. There you go. I win. Herbie.
Herbie, isn't that a 60s movie?
No.
I swear that's from the 60s.
No. The ones I looked at were from the 70s. Oh, hang on.
Herbie
Sorry.
the Love Bug.
Herbie's from the 60s.
1968. I watched that movie with the evil Herbie.
Oh, dude. Herbie was so
That was
great.
a great movie. And it's like, Herbie was made because they made this great vehicle, and then he accidentally, like, in this pot, he boiled something that created this soul of a thing, and then he accidentally lost the picture of his love into that, and then that created Herbie, and then they did the same thing, but, like, put guns and evil things in the bad one.
Oh, man.
Man.
Oh, man. Oh. Good lord. We went on a big tangent there.
Yeah, but, you know, it was
worth
fun.
it. It was worth it. It was fun. It was fun.
You can be immortal.
I quickly want to touch on Spider-Man, Edge of the Spider-Verse.
Bambi 2, National Geographic. Thanks.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Angelo.
Man, Angela's the greatest.
Yes.
I would quickly want to talk on,
Shrek is a strong character.
and he might be Disney soon.
He might retroactively be a Disney prince.
Oh man,
No, but I would love to see, like, and Disney does and I'm griping on them a little bit for all of this, but Disney does a great job of creating strong female characters, and and putting out stories that are real and based in tradition and ideas. Like Mulan was a great story.
Oh,
that,
Mulan recently
dealt-
turned 20. It was the
Yeah.
20th anniversary a few days ago.
Isn't a live action version of it coming out?
I think so.
I am excited for that. And, Moana, great movie. Frozen,
Hey,
great movie.
fun fact about Moana.
Yeah,
Taika Waititi wrote the original screenplay.
yeah.
He was the one who
Don't know who that is.
director of Thor Ragnarok.
Really?
Yeah, he was the one who wrote the original screenplay for it.
And so, like, they're putting out really good movies.
If you look at
But, like,
Taika Waititi wrote the original screenplay.
I feel like the last really good, and maybe it's because I just freaking love this movie, the last really good male, like, story about a guy, and coming of age was Hercules, because that is a coming of age story. That was,
Dude,
I just loved Hercules
dude.
so
The
much.
Emperor's
That
New
was,
Groove. The Emperor's New Groove.
that was older than Hercules,
No,
wasn't it?
No, it's younger.
but like, you know, when the song uh
Oh, what is it? I know what song you're talking
yeah,
about.
I can sing the whole song, but it's you know,
List of Walt Disney
Where I
movies.
Belong. Like that was just so amazing.
Hercules. Music. Long ago.
Go the
Go the
distance.
distance.
Yeah. And that is the quintessential, like, you know, and that really is a story not for just males, but for, you know, females and everything, about coming of age and finding where you belong. And like that always hit me as a kid, because it's like he's talking about, you know, finding where he belongs, like, because he's not a human, like he doesn't belong here. But like, you know, it's just, oh, dude,
Dude,
freaking love that movie.
I just realized Danny DeVito's in Hercules.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh
that.
yeah, he's Philatites.
Yep.
Dude, by the way, James Wood,
Is Hades.
Hades, I've seen him in other things and I can't unhear him as Hades. I'm
That's like-
you are and always will be Hades to me.
That's like, what's his face? Patrick Warhammer.
Yeah, it's Krunk.
Yes, I always hear Krunk.
Oh my gosh, he's got, like, I wish I had his voice. That voice is amazing.
It's so good.
It's like I have played crap video games because he was in them.
Oh, I know. Yeah, dude.
I played a Borderlands Telltale series because he was the main villain. And like I just love his voice, you know. It is like drinking silk.
Okay.
Like I love his voice so much.
He's so good. He's amazing. Oh, dude. So, I don't know about you, but I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
This time next week,
Yep.
E3
Or next Wednesday.
or Wednesday.
I might actually be going to an E3 viewing party. I don't know. I've never really followed E3. I just kind of follow it on the Facebooks.
Yeah, same. I'm not an avid E3 follower. I'll just get I'll watch a video where it covers everything that got announced at
Yeah.
E3 and all that stuff.
Like, let's be real here.
But San
I'm
Diego
going to
Comic Con,
see-
I follow that it's.
I don't follow anything. I just let Facebook tell. Like, things that are important for my living, yes.
Yeah, that's San
But,
Diego
like-
Comic Con Hall H.
But like, I know I'm going to see something on Final Fantasy VII, so I don't need to search it out. I know I'm going to see something on Kingdom Hearts 3, so I know I don't need to search it out. So, you know, and then I've got friends who will send me everything I'm interested in, because I've got one guy who I literally play video games with. He comes over to my house and we just play video games once a week. And so he knows every genre I watch and everything, so I don't need to be bogged down by this year's 20 shooters, and you know.
Oh yeah, or the whole new Battle Royale games.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So
and a
that's-
bunch of Smash Bros. Knockoff.
That's probably what the talk for next week will be about for those of you who wanna be viewers for that. But other than that, I think that about does it.
Okay.
All right. I've been Kai, and that's that other guy over there who wins most of the arguments. That's Mike. And
man.
we hope you have a good late morning.
You know, because we're 2 hours in before introducing ourselves.
1.5.
1.5. Well,
All right.
catch you guys
We'll see
later.
you
Thanks
later.
for listening.